also want to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press for acknowledging comedy. Jim, you know this. It's weird. Normally they look at comedians as like very special people. Thank you very much. And you allow us to be in the room with the adults you nominated. You even have a category for us, comedy and dancing. There's a lot of dancers who could have been up here tonight, but they didn't make it.
It's been almost a decade since we lost the beloved comedian Robin Williams, and while his death was officially attributed to suicide, some people still believe that Robin was the victim of a secret society, the same one that Jim Carrey tried to warn us about.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
The viral theory about Robin Williams' death being an Illuminati sacrifice stems from, believe it or not, a Family Guy episode. See, less than an hour before Robin's death was announced to the public, the animated sitcom The Family Guy aired a rerun in which Robin appears as a character who plays a role in Peter Griffin's attempted suicide.
Damn these hands.
Mwah! Well, I haven't been to temple in a while.
Now, many believe that this was just a bizarre coincidence, but after another comedy legend and Robin's longtime friend Jim Carrey started publicly talking about the Illuminati and Hollywood sacrifices, fans began to question the official narrative surrounding Robin's death. But how does Jim feel about what happened to Robin Williams? Does he actually think shadowy industry figures in Hollywood wanted to eliminate Robin?
Preliminary, and I again say preliminary, results of the forensic examination revealed supporting physical signs that Mr. Williams' life ended from asphyxia due to hanging.
To give you some context, Robin Williams was discovered dead at his residence in Paradise Cay, California on August 11, 2014. The final post-mortem examination report, which was made public in November 2014, determined that Robin took his own life through hanging. The report also stated that there was no alcohol or substances in his system, and the prescription drugs found were within therapeutic limits. According to the report, Robin had been battling depression and anxiety, but Robin's widow Susan Williams later said depression wasn't what took Robin, and she revealed that Robin had a debilitating brain disease called Lewy body dementia. But it didn't take long before different theories started popping up online. And like I said, people found it really suspicious that just half an hour before his death was announced, BBC 3 aired an episode of Family Guy that centered around Robin and featured a suicide attempt by the main character, Peter Griffin. In the episode titled Fat Man and Robin, Peter Griffin is granted the ability to transform people into Robin Williams with just a touch. He ends up changing every city resident into either Robin or the characters portrayed by him in movies. But as the clones become overwhelming and unmanageable for him, Peter tries to end his own life using different methods. After Robin's death was reported in the news, many fans who had watched the Family Guy episode just half an hour before took to Twitter to say it was very weird that BBC aired this particular episode ahead of the announcement that Robin took his own life. BBC later claimed that it was all just a bizarre coincidence, and their spokesperson said in a statement, "The episode ended just as the news broke about his death. This was a repeat that we have shown a couple of times before. So who could have planned that? It was scheduled more than 2 weeks ago, so it was just an uncanny coincidence." But this didn't stop people from speculating, and many pointed the finger at the rumored secret society that runs the entertainment industry. A lot of people took to social media to suggest that this secret society used its influential powers to drop hints about Robin's imminent death in the Family Guy episode, and then timed the rerun on BBC 3 to coincide with the evening of Robin's death, which many claimed was an Illuminati-driven sacrifice. How the F they gonna bring the Family Guy show out before Robin Williams actually dies? One fan tweeted. This world is something else. Illuminati at its finest. Some fans also pointed out that there was something strange about the manner in which Robin reportedly took his own life. According to the coroner's report, Robin was last seen alive by his wife Susan at 10:30 p.m. before she went to bed. The following day, around 11:45 a.m., Robin's personal assistant became concerned when Robin failed to answer knocks at his door. The report states that the assistant eventually managed to open the door and found Robin clothed in a seated position and with a belt secured around his neck, with the other end of the belt wedged between the closet door and the door frame. His right shoulder area was touching the door, with his body perpendicular to the door and slightly suspended. And another bizarre coincidence is that the Family Guy episode that aired before Robin's death was announced features a scene showing showing Peter Griffin trying to escape from one of Robin's clones, and then the house door turns into Robin. But see, this Family Guy thing isn't the only reason why many fans were convinced Robin's death was strange. Another interesting coincidence is that in November 2014, exactly 3 months after Robin died, Jim Carrey appeared on Jimmy Kimmel and walked in making what is believed to be the secret signal of the Illuminati. Jimmy Kimmel played dumb, claiming he had no idea what that hand signal meant, but Jim called him out and said everyone in the entertainment industry is fully aware of the meaning behind it.
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
Jim then went on to say that his plan is to expose the Illuminati, but the audience continued laughing out loud, not taking Jim's comments seriously. But then Jim went on to discuss how talk show hosts and other entertainers essentially serve as government-controlled figures and are used to distract the public's attention from the genuine problems. And at this point, you could tell Kimmel got really uncomfortable.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and look at him trying to come it out. It's hilarious.
Many fans later praised Jim for speaking out and said it was a genius move on his part to maintain his comedic persona in the interview, because this way he could tell the truth while also protecting himself from people who would want to silence him. This is why he's still alive after trying to tell the world, one fan said, telling everyone while staying in character and letting people laugh about it. The man is a genius. What's also extremely disturbing is that just months after Jim's appearance on Jimmy Kimmel's show, his girlfriend, Catriona White, passed away, and her death was ruled a suicide. After this, Catriona's ex-husband filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Jim, alleging that Jim had unlawfully provided Catriona with prescription medications linked to her death, and the media really tried hard to push this narrative that Jim was somehow responsible for her demise. But Jim denied these claims and released a statement seemingly suggesting that he was being framed. Jim's statement read, "What a terrible shame. It would be easy for me to get in a back room with this man's lawyer and make this go away. But there are some moments in life when you have to stand up and defend your honor against the evil in this world. I will not tolerate this heartless attempt to exploit me or the woman I loved." The lawsuit against Jim was eventually thrown out. But Jim hasn't been the same since this tragedy, and in 2022, he announced his decision to leave Hollywood and dedicate himself to painting. "I really like my quiet life, and I really like putting paint on canvas, and I really love my spiritual life," Jim said. "And I feel like, and this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists, I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough." But many fans speculated that Jim's decision to leave Hollywood was motivated by the deaths of his friend Robin Williams and his ex-girlfriend, with some even speculating that Jim's own life was in danger after that Jimmy Kimmel interview. And while there are many people who are quick to dismiss all of this as a conspiracy theory, there's an equal number of those who remain convinced to this day that Robin Williams didn't take his own life. One fan sarcastically commented on a video about Robin's death, "No, not suspicious at all. Nor Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington, Anthony Bourdain, David Carradine, Prince, Michael Jackson, Deborah Jean Palfrey, and many others. All is normal." And another person wrote, "Do you really believe this is a coincidence? Did we all forget that Family Guy made a coincidental marathon bombing episode right when that happened as well? What are the odds of Family Guy making 2 entire episodes about a big news event right as it happens? Not just some random thing either. Things as specific as a bombing at a marathon and Robin Williams committing suicide." But let me know how you feel about all these theories. Is it just another conspiracy, or do you think there's really some connection between Jim Carrey exposing Hollywood and Robin Williams' death? Comment down below, and I'll see you in this next video.